Do you want to know what the worst feeling in the world is? I'll tell you. It's when you get charged for a subscription that you forgot to cancel. It feels personal. I feel attacked. I feel like the victim of a very bad crime.
How much did Apple take? $10.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. That is really cool. No, it's...
I ain't gonna lie, top 5 worst experiences to ever go through in life is forgetting to cancel a subscription that genuinely had a lot of weight to it. I'm not talking about those $5 subscriptions. I'm talking about them hefty $90, $110. And don't get me wrong, them $5.99s, those be crushing my soul, especially when I was younger and I only had $5.99 in my account. They used to wipe my whole net worth with one subscription.
There's probably a company charging your card right now for something you haven't used in months. And I know that because I found one on mine. I haven't used this app since February. The app, however, remains extremely committed to our relationship. Every month, there it is, $9.99. Quiet, loyal, dependable. More consistent than some people I've actually dated. And every single time I see it, I think, oh yeah, I need to cancel that. Then I don't. Which, okay. At some point, I started wondering how many companies are making money from that exact sentence. You don't particularly love the product. You're certainly not excited to keep paying for it. Canceling it has somehow remained number 14 on a to-do list that currently includes things like buy toothpaste and figure out why the smoke detector keeps chirping. And apparently, that tiny gap between I should cancel this and actually canceling it is worth an unbelievable amount of money. Because subscription companies figured out something very simple about us. Getting somebody to make a purchasing decision over and over again is hard. So they changed the decision. Now you don't have to choose to keep paying, you have to choose to stop. And if you're busy, distracted, forgetful, mildly lazy, which, fair enough, welcome to being alive, the default is that the money keeps moving. That is such a small change when you say it out loud, but think about what it actually means. Years ago, a company had to convince you to come back and buy something again. Now they can charge you indefinitely because 17 months ago you clicked Start Free Trial while trying to watch one documentary at 1 o'clock in the morning. Also, can we talk about free trials requiring a credit card? Because if it's free, why exactly are you asking for the numbers that make it very easy for you to start taking money from me later? Somebody essentially put a financial booby trap on a calendar and then gave us 7 days to remember where we stepped. And look, I don't think subscriptions are inherently evil. I don't need Spotify contacting me every 30 days like, Evan, hey, just checking, are we still doing this? Yes, Spotify, we're good. You can relax. Some things genuinely make sense as subscriptions. But once companies realize that forgetting has monetary value, that's where things start getting weird. Suddenly, signing up takes 8 seconds. Canceling requires you to remember a password you created during the Obama administration, navigate 6 menus, reject 3 offers, explain why you're leaving, and occasionally speak to a human being whose entire job appears to be making you question whether freedom is really worth all this effort. And some of these cancellation screens get almost inspirational about it. Are you sure you want to leave? Think about everything you'll lose. Here's 30% off if you stay. At a certain point, I'm expecting Hustlers University to pop up and ask if I've really got the mindset required to cancel Paramount Plus. Brother, Andrew Tate is currently sitting in federal detention in Miami. Please just let me watch Tulsa King somewhere else. The strange thing is, the perfect subscription customer might actually be the person who barely thinks about the service at all. People who love it are going to keep paying anyway. People who absolutely hate it have motivation to leave. Then there's the rest of us, staring at $8.99 on a bank statement going, I'll do it later. And apparently, I'll do it later is a business model, which is a mildly horrifying thing to realize while eating gummy bears at midnight. Regular gummy bears, by the way. Some of you are weird. I'm Evan, this is The Quiet Part, and today we're looking at how subscription companies learn to make money from one of the most reliable human behaviors on Earth, putting something off until tomorrow. Because once you understand how much money there is in keeping you subscribed, you start noticing something very strange about the way some of these companies behave when you finally decide to leave. Let's look at what people are finding.
One thing I'm always suspicious of is a subscription that ends when you cancel and not ends at the end of the month. That does not sit right with me. That I can cancel my subscription and it ends immediately this day, so I have to come back exactly 1 month from the free trial to cancel it, and I can't just cancel it and then it goes to the end of the month.
Hey, I spoke to someone over the phone and they said I needed to come into this location to cancel my membership.
I don't know why they would tell you something like that. Because the only person who could cancel your membership is the CEO. And he lives in Greece. So either you can fly out to him and cancel it in person, or you can write him a letter in Greek and he'll get back to you within 30 to 35 business days.
What? Are there no other options?
Unfortunately not. And why do you want to cancel your membership anyway?
Because I started at a new gym. Plus, when I signed up, y'all said it was no commitment and that I could cancel at any time. What happened to that?
You can cancel at any time. Anytime you want to make that flight or start learning Greek, feel free to. Or you can always cancel that membership with your new gym if that's easier for you.
No, I didn't have to do all that to sign up, so I'm not going to do all that now. And my new gym doesn't even take cancellations until after 6 months anyway.
Oh, well, it looks like you're going to be stuck with both of us. So whenever you go back, just tell our gym-in-law we said.
How many people's Gmails suddenly don't have storage? How many people's Gmails of 10, 15, 20 years suddenly don't have storage anymore? And now you have to subscribe to get more storage. Such a coincidence, right? All of us suddenly not having enough storage, all of us reaching our limit. We need to push back on subscription culture. Cancel your subscriptions.
Ruby tried to cancel her Amazon Prime membership for months, but the charges just kept rolling in. It got so bad, she had to cancel her bank card to stop the payments. Amazon earned around $54 billion from subscriptions last year, but there's questions around how it did so. The US Federal Trade Commission is suing the company for allegedly tricking millions of customers into signing up. Back in Australia, Ruby first signed up in 2021 for $7 a month. When it unexpectedly jumped to $22 a month, she headed to the website and tried to cancel, but the bills just kept coming. When we contacted Amazon, this happened. They confirmed Ruby did successfully cancel her membership 6 months ago, but wouldn't answer questions around why she continued to be charged or why her fees increased. They offered her a $280 refund and said they've recently improved their opt-out process. More than 3/4 of Australians have had trouble cancelling subscriptions, and the government is about to release a paper on new regulations to help. They're looking at don't be a jerk laws. That's the nickname for measures happening overseas that include penalties for manipulative cancellation processes, excessive tracking, and the hiding of crucial information. But experts are skeptical about how effective these laws will be, saying Australia's playing catch-up, having let harmful practices slip for years.
Hi, what are you up to? Ooh, settings. What are you doing in the settings? Ooh, careful. You're clicking security. You clicked on unsubscribe. You're trying to unsubscribe. I know it was an accident. Go ahead and click go back. You did it again. Go ahead and click unsubscribe one more time if you mean it. Great. I'm just gonna ask you one more time though, just to make sure. This time it's a much smaller button. You clicked it. All right, okay, great. We'll get that processed. We're giving you the next month off for free. The next month is gonna be free. Don't tell anyone I told you. Don't tell anyone I told you, okay? I don't think you heard me. The next month is for free. So would you like to, you still want to unsubscribe? Oh, we're sorry to see you go. Yeah, it's making me kind of sad, honestly. You still want to unsubscribe even though I'm so sad? Did I say a month? Because I meant a year. You do realize it's a year free. That's going to be the same price if you unsubscribe or do subscribe. So it's might as well stay subscribed because, you know, you're very special to us. You're a favorite customer. All right, you are officially in the process of unsubscribing. Are you a robot? I feel like you're a robot. So now I need to verify your human identity. Let's do a CAPTCHA. Click the squares that are pandas. Go. Okay, so this is a t-shirt. These aren't real pandas. A human would know that and a robot, not so much. Right, let's try again. I'm gonna give you 4 letters in a voice prompt. Go ahead and type them in. T, S, V, Ausen. No, you got the last one wrong. Don't worry, that's not embarrassing at all. Robot, it's clear you've been hacked, so we're gonna go ahead and lock you out of your account for 24 hours. No free months, babe.
You ever find the cancel button for a subscription and then the app starts begging, bribing, and guilt tripping you just to stay? This is part 3 of my Dark Side of UX series, where I show you the psychological tricks being played on you as a user on the web, not to be confused with my Build for Good UX series. In the last part, I covered how apps will hide the cancel subscription button to increase friction. But here are a couple of tricks that you have probably seen. First, we have the exit survey. Sometimes this is genuine with wanting to know why you left, but often what you answer here will decide the next screen that you see. If you say too expensive, you get a discount screen. If you say you're not using it enough, you might get a pause offer. Now let's talk about the offers. You'll probably get hit with an offer that's pretty convincing, like 2 months free or 50% off. But did you notice that these discounts are usually tied to only a few months? As much as that may feel like a good deal now, they're betting on the fact that in the future you're going to forget to cancel and the price is just going to go right back up again. The psychology behind this is when someone gives you an offer, your brain feels like it owes it a genuine consideration. And when you decline, they come back with an even better offer. That's a negotiation tactic. And when the bribing doesn't work, what can they try next? Shame. Language like, no thanks, I hate saving money. Amazon at one point literally had a button that says, no, I don't want free shipping. This is called confirm shaming, and I might actually make a whole video on this. These are all known as dark patterns designed to keep you as a customer a little bit longer to try to get you to not unsubscribe now. Because it's not like we already subscribe and forget about things anyways, right? Like, they're not capitalizing off of anything with that, right? Follow for the next part in the series.
Everything really is just a scam, and you're getting scammed in ways that you don't even realize you're being scammed. Let me explain. You ever sign up for a subscription and it takes you like 2 seconds, but when you go to cancel the subscription, it's like almost impossible or it takes way too much time? That's by design. It actually has a name. It's called dark pattern. Should be called bullshit. It's actually designed to trick you or block you from making a decision you actually want to make. They did an international sweep of 642 sites over 27 countries, and they found that 75% of subscription-based models use these tactics, including guilt tripping you about wanting to cancel a subscription. But regulators are catching up to this now. It's called the click to cancel rule. It's basically saying that a subscription has to be as easy to cancel as it was to sign up for. Scentbird, I'm looking at you. Took me literally 6 months to cancel that subscription. I want my money back. The click to cancel rule also says that you can't call to cancel a subscription. You have to be able to do it on the app or on the website, like how you signed up. Because it's really annoying to have to call for something you never had to call for in the first place.
If you're ever angry that it takes about 8,000 steps to unsubscribe from a company, just remember that Biden actually finalized a click to cancel rule that was going to force companies to have a single button that would unsubscribe you from their services. But then Trump's interim chair for the FTC delayed the rollout by 60 days, allowing companies to sue and successfully block that.
So yeah, people have what they're now calling subscription fatigue. And depending on the industry, it can be literal hell. Something kept coming up in the comments under these videos. People weren't only talking about subscriptions they forgot. They were talking about what happened when they tried to leave, when a payment failed, the emails, the discounts, the guilt trips. It reminded me of one of the strangest subscription experiences I've had. Mine was with a website builder called Strikingly. I was paying monthly using a prepaid card, and at some point, I didn't need the website for a couple of months. So there wasn't money sitting on that card. Fine, I wasn't using the service, payment wasn't going through. I assumed the relationship had simply cooled off. Then, a few months later, I needed the website again. I put money on the card, and Strikingly essentially went, "Oh, great to have you back. That'll be several months of payments, please." For what? The months you missed. The months when I wasn't here? Yes. The months when I wasn't using the website? Those are the ones. Which, I'm sorry, what? That's where I learned something important. Failing to pay and canceling are not necessarily the same event. Not using the service and canceling aren't necessarily the same event either. Apparently, you can stop paying, stop showing up entirely, and somewhere in a database, the relationship is still going extremely well. And this isn't unique to one company. Depending on the service and contract, missed payments can become past due balances, and access can be suspended while money is still owed. You can think the relationship ended months ago, while the company's system is basically saying, no, we've been together this whole time. Then there were people saying they canceled something, and the company basically started haunting them. Emails, "We miss you," 40% off, another special offer. Adobe came up quite a bit. These are comment sections, not sworn testimony, so I'm not pretending every story is verified. But the same feeling kept coming up. People felt pursued. And I understand retention marketing. You lost a customer, you want them back. Fair enough. But the language gets interesting when you're trying to cancel. Are you sure? Look at everything you'll lose. Before you leave, here's a special offer. Suddenly you're being made to feel like you've disappointed someone. There's guilt, loss aversion, urgency, and all the company really needs is hesitation. If cancel today becomes maybe I'll think about it, there may be another billing cycle in there. That's the psychological part that bothers me. People treat subscription problems like they're entirely personal failures. You should have remembered. Read the terms. And yes, we have responsibility here. I managed to keep paying for a website I wasn't using. I'm not nominating myself for a Nobel Prize in personal finance, but companies study behavior at scale. They know where people click, where they stop, which offer makes somebody stay. One side has teams analyzing human behavior. The other side is me at 11:43 at night trying to remember why I opened my banking app while eating gummy bears. Regular gummy bears. We've established this. And maybe the fairest rule is the simplest one. If subscribing takes 30 seconds, unsubscribing should take 30 seconds. If I can give you my money without speaking to a human being, I should be able to stop giving you my money without explaining my childhood to a retention specialist named Brandon. For the rest of us, maybe treat subscriptions like appointments with our future selves. Set the reminder the second you start the free trial. Use a separate card. Do a subscription audit. Whatever works. These companies are betting on the fact that eventually you'll forget. Maybe you guys have a better system, because judging by the comments I was reading, some of you have stories. What's the worst subscription experience you've had? Have you ever stopped using something, assumed it was over, then discovered the company very much disagreed? Drop those stories below. I'm Evan, this is the quiet part, and I should probably go cancel something before I remember this video 6 months from now.